Of course, I come out here and the dog in the cottage, her name is Luna. She hears me out here and she wants out. She's in her kennel. See how she got quiet when I started talking? She's got really, really good hearing. Okay. But anyway, I was figuring I'd come out here and make an update on the garden. I've got some compost stuff to take out to the garden. And don't lose my eggshells. Eggshells, coffee grounds, a little bit of rice and tomatoes. I think that's about it. Maybe a paper towel or two that we use to wipe up after spilling coffee. Show you what the boys got done. They decided they were going to put down some weed cloth to block the weeds, and to help with the mud and dirt and stuff like that. And we got a few things done out here. The boys they did some digging out there so to break up the soil underneath. You can see kind of right back in there. So, and they put this little fence up around it. So it's a good start. We got a long ways to go on filling in the raised beds. But in my mind, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I was hoping we'd go down there to that tree, the one closest to us right there. Like from the fence to the tree, and then from the tree back up this way. But I don't know. I think we may end up pushing it out that way instead of down that way. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, we've had a lot of rain, a lot of cold weather, different storms coming through. So Luna, she just can't stand being inside when somebody else is out here. So she's in there just fussing. It's good for her to be in there because, for one, the cats don't want to go in. Other things don't want to go in, like predators, because we got baby chickies in there. And see how dirty and muddy it is? It's good to put that weed cloth down, because it's a barrier against having to walk in the mud, and also keeps the weeds down. As we go, we're going to improve on the garden. Every little bit counts. Every little odds and end things that we do to improve it, in the long run, is generally a very, very good improvement. Of course, I got stuff in my boots. And this is the 4x8 square I've been putting stuff in. And of course, you can see how the boys ran the fabric cloth under the edge there. That's okay. I'm not worried about that. Of course, they didn't need to put plastic in there. I'll get that plastic out. And under this one, it's kind of hard to tell because it's been rained on, but they took shovels and loosened up all the dirt under there. And that one as well. And that's so that, the roots, from the plants can go down further. I don't know what's under here. I don't know, maybe it's grass. I don't know. And there too. So I think what we'll do is we'll continue doing that process, breaking up the soil, putting the raised beds above it, and filling in with good compost. filling in with, all of our different things that we're putting in there. Pumpkin seeds. We got some big old pumpkins going here. So we got a bunch of pumpkin seeds. So I'm just going to go ahead and just dump those. Later I'll come around and spread out the coffee grounds a little bit better. But for right now, I just want to just empty it out. I'll come back later and get that plastic out. Rearrange the cardboard in here. And originally the cardboard was going to go on the walkways to block down the weeds. But I think I'm going to be composting the cardboard this time. Maybe. Got plenty of fencing over there. We got Kayla and Kenneth had brought the fencing here, and the boys still need to do some rearranging. Maybe put the fence out a little bit further so that we can run our raised beds out a little bit further. But we'll see how it goes. Because we do have another area we're going to be building a garden in. This morning we counted around 30 turkey out here. They were all out here in the field, and they are big. They fattened up. Plus, they fluff up their feathers too. It makes them look bigger. They sit out here, and after they get their bellies full, they just sit out here with their feathers fluffed up, and they look around and just hang out. This is one of the problems we have here. It's rocky. We have some areas where the dirt is nice and, pretty thick. Other areas where it's washed out. You can see where some of the washout is. And over time, the dirt that just gets washed away leaves gravel. But it's still kind of, I step on it, it's still mushy, so it's not like it's like gravel on bedrock. But we'll eventually get everything suited. We've got lots of different plans that we're going to do. And just keep coming back, looking and seeing, what we're doing. And we've got a plan for our chickens. We're gonna raise some rabbits this time around. I've raised rabbits before a long time ago, but it wasn't necessarily for production of food or anything like that. Back then, back then it was more like raising pets. Ooh, man, see this ground down here is mushy, mushing right into it. So there's deep soil right here. So a lot of this is really nice, good deep soil, which you can see where the deer where the deer's feet have sunk into the ground. Yeah, we have a lot of deer. And then that's pumpkin seed. I had spread all kinds of pumpkin seeds out here. And I think the turkey are going through and eating the pumpkin seeds. But hopefully a good bit of those pumpkin seeds will settle down and sprout and become a good pumpkin patch out here. Let me go see that salt lick, see how the salt lick's doing. I had some kind of animal been out here. I don't think that's deer. It might be deer. I don't know, it's hard to tell. There's another one over here. But we've been having a lot of deer go through. Yeah, that looks like deer. Little deer scat here and there. So we got a lot of deer. We got a lot of. See, I think that's turkey. Turkey left that there. So you can look around. You know, even if you're not seeing the animals, you see the results of the animal wandering through and eating and pooping and all that good stuff. Okay, there's my salt lick that I'd put out. You can tell the animals all been around it. You see where the deer have mushed up in the ground. They come out here, and of course over there you can see where I drove my truck through. I was out here with my old Chevy pickup truck a while back, and mushed up in the ground. But I can tell the rains, the water has been washing it. I can tell the deer have been around. They've been enjoying it. So anyway, that'll last a long time. That's a mineral. It's a salt block, but also a mineral block. And when I say a block, I mean it's a chunk. Not that it blocks salt or minerals. It's a chunk of salt and minerals. It's a salt lick, mineral lick. Yeah, hear it? It's mushy. Yep. It's mushy and it's hanging on to moisture, which is good. It'd be good for the gardens, I guess. But we'll see how things go. We've got all kinds of seeds. We've got all kinds of ideas and plans. We've got turkey that wander through. We've got deer that wander through. Periodically, our neighbors' dogs and our neighbors' cats will wander through. We've got not pecans. Oh, we've got walnuts. We've got hickory nuts. Acorns. I found yucca out here. A lot of people don't realize that yucca grows in this part of the country. You can get up the yucca root and cook with the yucca root. And there's other things out here like blackberries and other little odds and ends. I call this the project tree. Kenneth and I were out here looking at it, and you know, this tree looks like it's been kind of abused by the storms over the years. So we figured, yeah, a lot of these limbs that are broken, hanging down, some of them might still be alive, others might not be. So we figured eventually we'll come out here and we'll get some of that wood and make projects out of it. So we ended up calling it the project tree. Because most of the other trees we don't really want to start taking apart, disassembling. But this is an old cedar. You can see how big it is. It's an old cedar, and the deer love to come down here and hang out underneath it. But being kind of broken up there on top and everything, it, you know, may end up being used for projects over time. There's a big old rock I didn't know was sitting there. That'd be a good rock for... That's the start of my castle. We've talked about all kinds of things to build. We talked about building cabins, building you know, like little retreat type places for people to rent and come and check out. And right there, and I guess you can see it right there, is where somebody had a fire at one time. And this made a nice little spot. It got some rocks to sit on. Nice little spot for a fire. A little camp out, I guess. Oh, man. I love coming out here. It's quiet. It's peaceful. It's not stressful at all. Unless, of course, you run across a big buck deer that wants to stare you down. You know, it's because we come out here and we're in their territory. So, see these? These are what they call black walnuts. And this is a walnut tree here. And you wander around, you find these things out here. These are the big old walnuts. You see how they've been kind of washing down and collecting down in here. I'll be coming out here with a 5-gallon bucket and putting these things to good use. I'll be collecting them all. I could probably end up with, you know, out wandering around out here collecting. Probably end up with, I don't know, several 5-gallon bucket loads of walnuts. And yeah, that outside coating comes off. You can tell how that outside coating comes off and just leaves the walnut itself. So I'll just take that outside coating and either just leave it laying on the ground out here or composting them. So there's a lot of different nut trees. Whole bunch of them out here. And we've got little thorny bushes, which are blackberry bushes. We got some big ones, we got some little ones, but they're all out and about out here. So anyway, I guess I was going to make a video about me taking a pan of stuff, you know, to go to the compost pile. I ended up wandering out here looking at deer poop. Look at that. More deer poop. And deer just wander around out here. Got little wildflowers blooming. Check out these little pretty wildflowers. There's pretty little wildflowers. I hadn't figured out what kind of flowering plant that is, but they think it's springtime. Alright, well, I'm going to stop this video right here, and I'm going to go back to the house. I got a cup of coffee up there I need to finish, and I'll talk to you later.